Hello YouTube. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can convert your Raylib program into a macOS DMG file. So as you already know, converting your Raylib program into exe is pretty easy, but in macOS, it's a completely different thing. So you need a proper structure in order to convert your Raylib programs into macOS DMG files. So what we'll do in this video, we'll create a DMG file, something like this. So when you click on it, so it will open a window. Then just you have to drag it down into application. For example, similarly how you install your normal application, and this application will show here in your application folder. So you can close it, you can eject this, you can also delete this, move to there. Now if I just do command space and type my Raylib window, so this is inside application, and if I hit enter, then it will open up simple Raylib window. So this is what we are going to do in this video. So let's get started. Okay, so here I opened Visual Studio Code, and inside it I created a folder named Raylib Mac app. Inside it I have two files. One is main.cpp and another file is build.bash. So we have two files here. So main.cpp contains a normal Raylib program for opening a normal window. And then I have another program which is build.bash, which is a bash program which compiles this main.cpp file. So let's compile this and see. So first argument is in our bash file. Our first argument is name of file which we want to compile. So which is main.cpp. And second is output file name. So for now, I'm output Raylib window and hit enter. So you see a folder binary file which name Raylib window appears. So let's run this. Yeah. So that's a program that opens a normal Raylib window, and we are going to convert this program into Mac DMG. Okay, so guys, before moving forward, if you guys don't know how to install Raylib in macOS or how to compile Raylib program in macOS, make sure you watch this video. In this video, I can cover everything from installing Raylib from view and to compiling a simple Raylib program. So yeah, so make sure you watch this video if you don't know how to compile Raylib programs in Mac. Okay, so macOS sees application differently. So now let's suppose you are going to make your app like my app or my app, right? So now how macOS sees that, okay, this is your app. So for this, what you're going to do, you just make a folder with name myapp.app. Inside this folder, you need to make another folder which is content. And inside content, you make two folders. One is your macOS and another folder is resources. Inside your macOS folder, your binary goes, which is your executable. So this executable is your Raylib compiled program. Okay, so I make the folder structure using mkdir command. So we name our application is same my app app slash contents slash macOS and hit enter. So you can see there is a new app, but we need to make another folder which is resources and hit enter. Now you see we have this my app.app. Inside this we have contents folder, and inside content we have macOS and resources. Now if I just go to my finder and give you this my app. So macOS is kind of not treating it as a folder, but macOS treating it as an application. So if I click on it, it says you can't open the application my app because it may be damaged or corrupted. Because yes, it is. macOS trying to open it, but it didn't find anything related to it. Okay, so what we are going to do is I'll just minimize this and I'm going to compile this main.cpp file. Okay, so let's run this bash script. So we have this my app. Now let's try to run this. Okay, it is running perfectly. Now let's clear the screen. Now we need to copy this executable, this binary executable inside this macOS folder. So I just open and drag and drop into macOS folder and move. So, yeah. So now if we try to run this my app. So now, so previously there was a cross icon there, but now as Mac OS realized that okay, there is binary inside it, so the logo is quite change. So if we click on it, it opens. Yeah, it opens. But now we need some more thing. For example, we can add icon over there, and there are some few things we need to add, and just add those. Mhm. So where yes, so every macOS application has a file which is called information property list, which is kind of like identity card. So we are going to create that file. So this is info.plist file. Inside the contents, you need to create an info.plist file. So what this stands for is information property list. So it is kind of like a ID card for application. So this info.plist file tells you which executable to execute on click. Because previously you see that I click on my app and it opens the executable right away. But sometimes you have multiple executables. So which executable to open? So executable name is my app, this one. Now it also identifies your permissions, your bundle name, which app to, which name to display, and which icon to use. Now we need an icon for our application. So let's use a Raylib icon. For that, you need to open your browser. So inside the browser, just open Raylib GitHub. There, click on logo, and there is a raylib.ic, or you can use a PNG file also. So ICOs, you can use ICOs, but I'll show you with PNG. So just download this Raylib 1024 cross 1024 PNG file. Click on download. I already downloaded, so that's why it shows bracket one. So you have to download it. So I already downloaded, so I'm not downloading it again. So I copied this Raylib 1024 cross 1024 PNG file into my project folder and I renamed it to icon and hit enter. Here macOS supports .icns. So it is kind of like a icon format for macOS. So think of like it stores multiple version or multiple resolution of same icon file. So how we create .icns from this icon.png file? Well, we need to create a folder named app icon set. So let's create a folder. Inside this folder, we need to put multiple versions of this icon.png file. We are using zips command for that. Open terminal. So now there is a zips command which can store multiple different versions of same icon. So this resizes to 16 cross 16, then 32 cross 32, and same goes on. And we hit enter. Now you can see app icon.icon set. When you click on it, so you have different version of same icon. So we can delete this icon.png file and clear our terminal. Now we need to convert this icon set folder into ICNS file. So now in order to convert this icon set into ICNS, we have a command which is called icon set. So, so that's the command. This tells, okay, icon utils dash c, and you want to convert the ICL in ICLS and app.icon set. Then we hit enter and boom, we have Apple icons.icls file. So currently VS Code is unable to open this file. Now we need to move this file into our My app. Now we need to move this file into resources. Content, go to resources. Paste here and move. Now if we look at our Finder, now you also need to add this command, which is chmod plus x, then your binary executable. Inside the app, as you can see here, inside Raylib Mac app, as you can see, we have our icon in our app. You click on it, then you move, it opens this Hello Raylib. But sometimes uh, you won't see this Raylib icon. There might be some error. The macOS won't load this information property list. So what you can do, you can click on information property list and drag it somewhere, and then move it to contents so that it will refresh and load your icon properly. So now we have this application. We can delete both those files, which is main.cpp. Let's delete it and also delete our bash file. And we also delete this icon file. So now we have our app. So we need to convert this application into our DMG. Okay. So in order to create DMG file, we need to enter this command. So what this command does. So before understanding this command, you need to understand what is a DMG file is. DMG file is known as disk image file. So whenever you click on any app, your macOS mounts it. So think of it like a pen drive. So that like pen drive, how pen drive mounts. So similarly, how those disk image, any application is mounted. For this purpose, for this kind of operation, there is a tool called HDUtil in macOS. So we need to create HDUtils, create a volume. His name is my app, similar to this, or you can create any app. Then source folder is my app.app, which is this one. And OV is for override, and format is UD, ZO is for compression. But there are different, another format is like UDRO and other formats. And then you need to give the name of your application, your DMG file, which is my app.dmg. So if I hit enter, then it takes some time and it created this my app.dmg. Okay, so this is our my app.dmg file and how we install this. So let's copy to desktop and open applications. So yeah, that's my old Raylib builder program. So just double click on it and boom, you see this image. This is a mounting image. Now you just need to copy this into your applications folder and boom, it will copy my app. And you can close this and eject this one. And you can also list this DMG file today. Now when you double click on my app, so it will open this window. If you click on Windows space and click on my app and hit enter, then boom, this will open Hello Window. So that's all about creating how you can create your DMG file and share it. If you wanted to share your DMG file to another Mac, then you need to do sign it. You have to sign your application. So yeah, that's all for this video. If you like this video, do subscribe. Thanks. Bye.